Open my third eye. This is going to be a long video. Hello everybody! I hope everyone is having a magical day, a magical week. Today's video I'm super excited about. You guys have been loving my Crystal Bible videos lately. I don't know what happened in the algorithm, but everyone's watching them all of a sudden. So I figured this would be a great time to make some more and teach you more about crystals because that's my favorite thing to do, duh. If you guys are new to my Crystal Bible series, I do have 3 videos, I believe, leading up to this. I will leave those linked down below and I tell you what the crystal is, what the healing properties are, how to use it placement-wise on your body, and then I also like to kind of show you a little tour of my collection of that crystal. If you guys are new here, my name is Taylluna and this is a super spiritual, sustainable channel we've got going on here. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe, become part of the Moonchild tribe, and yeah, let's just dive into talking about the beautiful crystal of fluorite today. I feel like I'm really close to you guys. I mean, I'm fine to be close, but like, let me know if that's too much, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I wanted to talk about fluorite today because in my last video, if you haven't seen it, I talked all about spiritual bypassing. This crystal, fluorite, it is a super honest stone. It connects you with your intuition, it shuts off psychic manipulation, but it also allows you to kind of sift through what is true and what is false. This is a really good protective stone for figuring out truth and connecting with your intuition, which is super important right now. There's a lot of things going on and being said in the world online, and it's important to be able to, you know, decipher what is real and what is fake. And this stone will absolutely help you do that. It will help you on your journey to diving into truth and staying protected, staying healed and guarded while you're, you know, opening yourself up to a vulnerable channel of truth that is so new to many people. So that's why I wanted to start with this one. Sorry to just spew that right at the beginning, but I thought it was important for you to know. It's super, super helpful for our times right now. I have a whole thing of notes, so if I'm looking down, that is why. I literally take hardcore notes when I do these videos, so all of this is typed up for you on my website. So let's talk about fluorite. Fluorite is mostly a third eye stone. It is really good for opening that intuitive channel that we have in our third eye, but depending on the shade of the stone, it can hold different properties, so we'll go into that later. I will show you a couple right off the bat so you know what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite pieces of fluorite that I have. I got this on an online auction like forever and ever ago. There's a sticker on the back still. I keep this one in my bathroom and it has so many pretty like flashes and rainbows. It is a point situation. You can use it as like a wand, you know? Oh, love her. This sphere that I have is mostly like green and blue fluorite. So it's the same stone, but different colors, so similar properties, but the colors can resonate with different chakras. So if you are confused about what I'm talking about, I have a whole video about what your chakras are. I'll leave that in the cards. If you're new to crystals and you're not really sure, most of the time you can kind of match the color of your crystal to the color of your chakra, and most of the time it does go together. Purple and blue is crown, third eye, and then we have the green, which has a lot of the heart chakra properties to it. So fluorite is a highly protective stone, especially on a psychic level. Now I said that this is a third eye stone, so it has to do with connecting with your intuition and opening up that channel. So it will protect you in that way as you're opening it up, which is kind of a nice 2-in-1. It shuts off psychic manipulation. It does not allow people that have negative intentions that may appear to have good intentions. It shuts that off entirely. It alerts your intuition, if you will, and says ding ding ding, you know, red flag, this is not what it says it is. I'm talking about it like it speaks to you. It kind of does, like on an energetic level, you know, you just feel it. You don't hear it, but you feel it. If you do hear crystals though, please let me know. That would be wild. It also cleanses and stabilizes your aura. Now this is super true in the more clear stones and the more purple stones. This is a tiny little piece that I have and I've had it forever. But it's definitely mostly clear. This would be a good, more auric stone. Bloofies. If you can hear my dog chewing his ball, I'm sorry. I cannot tell him to stop because today is his birthday. So I'm gonna let him do his thing. This being a more clear stone and having more purple in it is more tied to your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is associated with the color purple and the color white. So this one will definitely do more of that auric protection for you and stabilizing your aura as well if you have a lot of energies kind of affecting you. It is also effective against computer electromagnetic stress. I've already tried to say this a few times and it didn't work. And it blocks geopathic stress, so stress that comes from things happening on our physical planet. It's a good idea to put a piece of fluorite in between yourself and your electronic thing. It's also a really good stone to help you overcome different forms of organization, whether that be in your physical world, cleaning up your space and your mind, organizing your thoughts and like really figuring out what your thoughts are telling you, and your emotions as well. Sometimes your emotions are so heightened, especially right now. We just got out of Cancer season, we're into Leo season, so this stone will really help you kind of organize all of your thoughts and your feelings, and also it projects. So once your insides are organized, then you'll be able to keep your outside, your physical, organized. It grounds and integrates your spiritual energies and it heightens intuitive powers. Yes, 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 yes. So this is so good for right now. We need those intuitive powers to activate, so we know that we are following what's real. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. It makes us more aware of higher spiritual realities, quickens your awakening process, and it focuses and links the mind to the universal mind, the universal source. So in other words, this is a good stone. You're gonna chase your tail now while I'm teaching. This is a really good stone to help us open our mind up, and instead of thinking more personally and affecting us personally, it brings us back to a bigger, more universal mind, because we are all the same. We are, we do all come from the same place. So it helps keep your narrow mind not narrow anymore. It opens up your narrow mind. There we go. So that being said, it dissolves fixed patterns. It releases suppressed feelings and subconscious. So this stone is gonna help you dive deep into your subconscious. Maybe if you are working with dreams very heavily, when you're writing out your dreams in the morning, have a piece of fluorite with you. You can try sleeping with it, and it'll help you connect to your subconscious thoughts and understand what those are trying to tell you. Dissolves illusions and reveals truth. We talked about that. We need that with everything going on right now. It is a learning aid. It increases concentration, quick thinking, absorbing of info. This is a good stone to have around you when you're studying. Maybe you're reading articles about things that are happening. If you're learning new material in any way at all, have a piece of fluorite with you. It will help make the information more easy to sink into your brain mind. 10 points if you know where that's from. It stabilizes your body and it teaches balance. So let's move on to the healing side of this crystal. I just want to put a disclaimer here. I'm not saying that you need to stop taking your medications and just use crystals. Please listen to your doctor. If you use these crystals in your practice along with things that you already need, they can absolutely help you. Fluorite is good for infections and disorders. It is good for your teeth. If you have it near you, have it in the bathroom when you're doing your teeth stuff. That would be good. It helps regenerate cells, good with DNA repair, viruses, generates your skin, helps heal ulcers and wounds. It is really good for pain relief, especially nerve pain, and it ups your libido. Okay? So that is a quick little rundown. Now that we know what the crystal does, how do we reap these benefits? How do we get them? How do we feel better with the crystal? Do we just kind of like have it and like look at it and just be like, open my third eye? I mean, you could. Teach their own, It's kind of how I roll. Okay. Where you can put these stones on your body to really reap the benefits is anywhere near your third eye. So your earlobes, you can wear it as earrings, you can wear it as a necklace, you could do a little headpiece, anything near your earlobes and your third eye. You can put it on your electronics or between yourself and electronics to help block that shield, or put up that shield, block all of those electro energies that we don't need. Palm stones are really good for pain. I use these for pain, and I also use these for like healing little pieces of skin. I have a big burn on my hand, so I will take some coconut oil and just rub it in pretty good, and I've noticed that my scars have really started to fade, so that's been really great. And it's really important to remember that these stones draw off all of that negative energy, and they protect you from the negative and the false energies. So you definitely want to clean or cleanse these every single time you use them before you use them again, either with some smudge smoke. You could do you know, sage sprays, you could do Palo Santo, you could do incense, you could put them in the moonlight, anything that feels good to you. So like I said in the beginning, there are a couple different colors of fluorite, and I'm only gonna cover 1, 2, 3, 4 in this video. I think there's maybe 2, possibly more that I'm missing, just so you're aware, but I don't ever really use or see those personally, so just so you're aware. But let's talk about the green fluorite in particular. This is one of my favorite pieces right here. I absolutely love it. It looks like it has like a little shelf. It's like a cliff. It's like Kingdom Rock from The Lion King, you know what I'm saying? It's exactly what the vibe that it gives me. This one's also a little bit more green. It has some really pretty like lines inside of it, striations if you will. I really like this tumbled piece. And you guys saw my beautiful sphere. This is from Unicorn Crystals on Instagram. At this point that I have is also pretty green. It has a lot of purple lines in it and some more clear spots. Green is good for grounding. It dissipates emotional trauma. Green connects with your heart chakra, so that is, you know, love, self-love. If there are patterns in those areas that need to be healed, that is great for that. It's also good for kind of calling it in as well. It absorbs negative environmental energies, which makes sense because the stone is green, earth, makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So if you're traveling, if you are going to a place where there's a lot of pollution, if you're going to a place that has a lot of like, what is the word? I learned a new word. Geopathic stress. If you're going to a place that has that, have a piece of fluorite with you. That will absolutely help. This is a good aura chakra cleanser, a mental cleanser. It helps you dissipate obsolete conditioning. So this is good for the pattern breaking. If you're, like I said earlier, trying to maybe manifest a different kind of love than you knew in the past, this would be really good for doing that. Moving on to the purple fluorites, which you guys saw this one, my big tower right here. This one's also pretty purple. I really like this stone right here. And then I have this little wand guy. Did I show you my other green wand? This is my other green one. I didn't show you. But I got these in a set on somebody's Etsy. It's in one of my mail hauls from like years ago, but I still use these like regularly. I use these all the time, but this one's super purple, and I love the like line that goes straight through it. It's gorgeous. So purple is more of the third eye stone. Third eye is like a dark indigo color, so it's right in between blue and purple. This will stimulate the third eye, will help you open your third eye. You know, maybe you're living your daily life and you get those gut feelings. If you feel like you have a hard time reading those gut feelings or knowing like, is it right or not? You know, if you don't 100% trust your intuition, I guess I should say, this is a really good stone to work with that. Connects you with your common sense and your psychic communication, which is good for also, you know, your intuition. You need to have that common sense in there when you're making decisions, of course. And it's a really good meditation stone. Your third eye is kind of the step right before your crown where everything opens up, so you start to kind of really get those vivid meditations, get vivid messages. I see a lot of really cool like imagery when I meditate with fluorite, so definitely try it out if you haven't already. And you can just hold it in your hands as you meditate. You can hold it somewhere on your body that feels right. There's really no right or wrong, you guys. People are so like, how do I use this crystal the right way? Oh my gosh. Whatever feels good to you is probably right. Just don't eat it, you know? For the more clear stones, which I showed you this guy right here, even this has very clear tips to it. The bottom is a little bit blue. But the more clear versions of fluorite is good for stimulating your crown and aura, and it aligns your chakras. It harmonizes your intellect with spirit, so that's really, really great. Again, going along with the connecting to your intuition, your third eye, when you are more aligned with your spirit guides, the channel's open, you're communicating, you're understanding, this is going to be the stone that helps you do that. Brings universal energy to your physical body. Perfect for Reiki healers if you guys are into Reiki. If you're not, I have a course. Please come do Reiki with me. But this would be a really, really powerful Reiki stone as well when you are starting to do somebody's, cleansing session. And it also clears obscured vision and enhances other crystals' powers. So it's similar to clear quartz in that way. It just enhances it, makes it pop. And then the last one that we're gonna cover for the day is blue. Now, I don't have any pure blue fluorite, but the sphere is green and blue. I think this piece is pretty blue down here on the bottom. The blue fluorite stone is more for creativity and communication. Blue is like throat chakra. It's going to help you communicate the intuitive messages that you're receiving, and it's going to help you understand the communication that's happening between yourself and spirit. All of the intuitive messages that you're getting, the blue version of fluorite is going to help you really kind of like dissect what everything means and break it down. And it's also good for opening up the more creative channel that we have, Fluorite just has this theme of keeping an open mind and receiving and letting yourself take in all of these messages, and it's also going to protect you from any like false messages that are popping in. So it's an overall super amazing stone, and I absolutely recommend working with it if you've never worked with it before, whatever color you can get your hands on. This is the first piece of fluorite that I ever got. It is so tiny. It literally does not matter where you start, but start. Right now, if you are very involved in all of these movements and things that I talked about in my spiritual bypassing video, this is gonna be perfect for keeping you balanced and on track and, learning your truth, but keeping yourself safe, keeping your energy safe, because that's super important right now also. So I want to leave you with a beautiful affirmation that you can say, and this is on the printable cards that I have available on my website for you. But the affirmation for fluorite is, I am divine, I live my truth. So yeah, that is all about fluorite and how to use it. But that is everything that I have for you guys today. I'm gonna leave all of the info that you need down below. You can go ahead to my website, print off the free little crystal cards to help you learn about all these new crystals. And I will leave the rest of the Crystal Bible series down below. Make sure to comment what thing you learned today. What was the most surprising thing you learned? And let me know what crystal you guys want me to cover next on the Crystal Bible series. I'm so excited to be bringing these back to you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. DM me, reach out, let's be friends, let's chat. And I love you to the moon and back. I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys. Mwah.